The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary Related Entertainment.
Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Caldwell Banker, Sakamoto Properties, Roy and Betty Sakamoto, etc., etc., etc.
Live on KAOI.
KAOI Radio. It's kind of a fun day today. We've had my one of our kids here and a granddaughter, Shelley.
And Taylor.
Shelley, I was going to say Sakamoto. Shelley Sakamoto Burkhart and Taylor Burkhart. And we've had a great time. They came here at kind of a difficult time, but they really I think they really enjoyed themselves and settled in and got a little bit of R&R that they kind of needed. So I feel really good about their visit. They were so great, and they did a little bit of everything. Got to the beach, got in the water, had a ball, I hope.
Yeah, it was a quick 6 days.
It was a quick 6 days. I think they may be actually listening to this at the airport. We had to drop them off just a little while ago. But we're going to really miss them tonight. It's going to be a hard moment, I think.
Way too quiet.
Way too quiet. Yeah. It will be really quiet, but it'll be a good time. You know, one of the things we're going to talk about today is Hale Makua. And Roy has been on the board of directors for Hale Makua for how many years?
I don't know. A lot of years.
I mean, it's over 20.
Yeah.
Way over 20,
right.
25. It's hard to remember.
More,
yeah, and it could be more. But Roy did a thing, and he brought it with us so that we could think about, how, what Hale Makua did and how it all mattered and what happened. But, a lot of people forget, and it turns out that Roy Sakamoto will not be one that forgets, because he happened to have been born at a hospital at Lahaina Luna High School during the war. So that I suddenly we're kind of saying, I wonder how many people were born there. And like Roy says, all of his classmates were probably born there, unless they were born at home, because the hospital was being used for servicemen. So I think it really is an amazing story that should be told.
Yeah, I think there's, in fact, when I was born, my dad was in the same hospital room, having broken his leg playing baseball.
Yes. Where was he when his wife needed him?
Yeah, my mom
playing
went into
baseball.
Labor,
exactly.
And I was ready to meet the world, and Dad had a broken leg.
Yeah,
so
but you were all together.
We were all together.
So that really makes a big difference. And they made a wonderful life on Lahaina Luna Road.
Mm-hmm.
They were really great in-laws and fabulous parents.
Yeah. So you might want to read the first part of the Hale Makua history, which is 70-some-odd years old right now.
The little thing here in green?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little hard to read this, so if I can't, maybe, can you read it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, prior to World War II, the elderly men and this was directed to men.
This was. And, here's an interesting thing, because we had a granddaughter here right now, and this came out quite a bit. But it was for men. I don't think there was anything for women until we got it on this sheet that they had something that the women could actually go there.
Right.
But it's, I think, quite a bit later.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Strictly men. And the reasoning, I'm not sure. But anyways, prior to World War II, the elderly men who needed help were housed at Malulani Hospital. And then after war broke out in December of 1941, the military occupied Malulani Hospital. And the patients that were there, the residents, were forced to evacuate, and they were housed in the basement of the Buddhist church. They were housed by the Young Buddhist Association at the church on Vineyard Street in Wailuku, in the basement there.
And again, that by itself is a story that many, many people haven't heard. And that is, again, a precursor, let's say, to Hale Makua. Wouldn't you say?
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then in 1945, after the end of the war, The Young Buddhist Association, of course, wanted to resume their religious activities and asked the residents there in the hall to consider building a new home. And so after a lot of meetings, different meetings and volunteers and so forth, they constructed a new home in Wailuku. And it was first opened as a 24-bed facility. And that was the start of Hale Makua.
What was Happy Valley? Was that the same?
That's the location.
That's
right.
the same location,
Yeah.
but it would be then by 1947 and then up to 53. 1953, Hale Makua allowed the first female resident. Now, this really did not make our granddaughter happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I agree with her, but that's the world. That's how the world was. Men were number one, and women, I don't know. I don't know that we were running a close second then.
Yeah. Then you fast forward to 1965, and that was the groundbreaking for our new Wailuku facility, 1965, which is adjacent to the St. Anthony campus.
So by 66, March of 66, Hale Makua Wailuku opened its 70-bed facility.
70 beds, right.
That was built on the grounds of the original hospital, the
Right.
Maulani.
And that was the beginning of planned health care on Maui.
Wow.
Yeah.
November, 68, Hale Makua planned pioneers healthcare on Maui.
Yeah.
So they considered them to actually be pioneers at that time of what was going on.
Right. Then in 68, we opened the Wailuku facility, opened up the Lanai wing of Wailuku facility.
So that would have then been up to 124 beds.
Right.
What is the total bed count now? Jumping a little
Still
ahead.
the same.
It's still the same.
Right.
And then wasn't there the eventual, isn't there something that was added geared more toward, I'm not sure, over the last X number of years?
Well, after Wailuku in 1978, then Hale Makua Kahului opened as another 120-bed facility. So
Okay.
it's
Oh, I
interesting
see.
history.
I had a hard time following this, but that's another 120. That's really, it's amazing what has happened in a relatively short period
amazing.
of time.
Then in 87, we started day health at Kahului facility. That's for patients who just needed restorative health care daytime.
So,
And
so someone in that could bring, at the time or even now, by arranging that, you could bring one of your, let's say a parent or a grandparent or someone that just needed some assistance.
Sure, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
they could be there for the
Some
day.
therapy, some physical therapy or occupational therapy. More than welcome into daycare. Sure.
And I think for a lot of people, that really is a major, major thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Hale Makua then, 91. Hale Makua Foster Family Care Program
Right.
was introduced.
Uh-huh. And then in 1996, we opened the Weinberg Wing with another 118 beds, 1996. That was our newest addition to Hale Makua.
Well, when Roy says we, he has been on the board of directors there for how long? Since what year?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, okay. This is not looking good for Roy Sakamoto.
Right.
But he has been dedicated to Hale Makua for all these years. And his mom was there. And that was when you finally, when you went on the board.
Yeah, we've told the story
I know.
before. Yeah.
But it's still interesting. Hale Makua needs help, needs contributions, needs everybody on the island to care. And the more you care, the more we can all help in different ways. So it's worth saying it again.
Right. Then in 2020, Hale Makua became affiliated with Ohana Pacific Health, which made us a larger organization. We were able to spread expenses out across more facilities on Oahu, Kauai, the Big Island, and Maui, of course. So that was a big happening, our affiliation with Ohana Pacific.
There's a kind of a really nice story, too, about Dr. Izumi, who was one of the founding members of Hale Makua's Board of Trustees. And he set up something that someone would be able to bring someone there free of charge if they were injured on the job.
While they were building the facility, the first facility in Wailuku.
So, but again, that was a monumental step in healthcare for Maui.
Yeah.
I've never seen the pictures of him before.
So if any of the workers building our first facility in Wailuku got injured, they were entitled to free medical care from Dr. Izumi.
So those are all kind of my major things. And it also brings us to Hale Makua, like many facilities today, needs all of our help.
Yeah, one more thing, though, about Dr. Izumi. After all his help with the workers and so forth, he ended up at Hale Makua, Wailuku.
Really? Oh, yeah. That is really something.
And,
full circle.
So it came full circle. He was duly honored for all his help with establishing the facility. So thank you, Dr. Izumi, and your family. It's fantastic.
It is true. And to remember to thank the family.
Yes.
The family goes on. And it's also good to remind them what he did.
Yeah.
Because I think people tend to forget, even within the family, what someone has accomplished.
So we've got some exciting news coming up. We're going to be expanding in Kahului into a portion of what is now the Gate Ball Park at the Kahului Community Park. And with the assistance of the county, we are planning a new facility down there, physical rehab and so forth for starts, and a new kitchen to serve our residents, and laundry facilities and so forth. So
a lot is happening.
Big things happening. We are going to reach out to the community for help. And,
is it halemakua.org?
halemakua.org.
So it's a pretty simple website, and I think that you can take a look at it. And if you'd like to make a contribution, I think who would the best person there to call be?
Well, right now we're not really geared up yet, but we will have a fundraising campaign, just a heads up. And more info will be forthcoming in the next couple months, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and we'll get more to you on the radio. And if you need something from Hale Makua, check out the website, halemakua.org. So now, should we do a little real estate something here?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Hey, are you listening, Taylor? Are you listening, Shelley? We're hoping that you are. Anyway, we will see you all soon. So you want to pick up one of our listings and...
Yeah, these are all listings that are listed through our office, Coldwell Banker at Kapalua. We serve the entire West Maui, and we also have offices in South Maui and Kihei, in Wailea and Upcountry. So if you're looking for an agent Upcountry or in Wailea, Kihei, and so forth, call us. Call Roy or Betty. My number, 808-870-7060. And Betty is Betty at sakamotoproperties.com for her email. Phone number, 808-870-7062. And you can always hit on our website, sakamotoproperties.com.
And that'll give you pretty much every listing that we have. And, you can pick up everything that anybody has, basically.
Everything on Maui, yeah.
And it's a great way to, we have a number of people that will do that. They'll check our website to see what's coming up and what's new and what's happening.
We've got a lot of followers on our website.
Yeah, it is interesting. We had someone that bought one of our listings recently through another agent. And when we met them, they said that they always check our website, and that's how they get everything. But they had someone that they had been working with, but somewhere along the line, our website was simple, it worked for them, and they would just keep watching it. So it was fun that they got to us one way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really nice people.
So here's a great possibility. Here's a Breakers. It's a one-bedroom, one-bath at the Breakers in Hanakauai. 584 square feet, and it's listed at $559. $559,000.
You know, one of our listings at the Ironwoods, 762, and I'm going to come up with the wrong number. I think that's got to be one of the most spectacular properties on the island, and sometimes it gets ignored, and I'm not sure exactly why, but it's not direct front, and yet it has more land around it, you know, so that whoever owns that and is living there, there's only 2 ground floor units where it's located. It has an ocean view. The golf course is right there. The trees have grown up that kind of block the tee box where it is. But I think for most people, that's a plus. But, I mean, when you have little kids out there playing or something, it's the greatest. It couldn't be a better location.
No, it's the most highly upgraded Ironwoods unit.
They did everything there, everything that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, stripped it down to the studs and leveled out the floor. And I mean,
It's really pretty
fantastic.
spectacular. Every piece of furniture in it is beautiful. It is furnished, but not everything is included. I just am so stunned by it every time I show it that I can't believe. We had somebody working on it when we first listed it, and somehow that deal didn't come together. Everybody, I think there was too much going on in the, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why it didn't stay together, but it really is a spectacular property, and I think that anybody looking for the price range, $4 million, $4,350,000. It's really the best. It's the best of West Maui.
No question, absolutely. And that's the only Ironwoods available right now. Only thing on the market.
And it is a way to get into that market.
Oh, it's a fantastic
Yeah.
way. Yeah, absolutely.
There's some great properties. You know, another one, if we're in this range, Marianne Fitch has 7 Kapalua Place listed, 19.5. Really wonderful, wonderful home.
That's a great location, oceanfront. Kapalua Place only has 5 oceanfront lots. It's a gated community, very, very exclusive. And Marianne has the listing at 7 Kapalua Place. And again, you can look at all the details. Go to sakamotoproperties.com and you can out 7 Kapalua Place and get all the details, square footage, etc.
Yeah, actually, 7 Kapalua Place will probably get you a lot of information also.
Yes.
7kapaluaplace.com. But sakamotoproperties.com gets you everything.
Yeah.
So give that a shot.
Then here's a Pohailani. It's a 2-bedroom in Kahana. Pohailani, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 641 square feet inside. Unit number is 121, listed as $635,000. And again, go to sakamotoproperties.com for all details. Pohailani, Maui, unit number is 121.
Here's another one, and I think you know for a buyer in a certain price range, this is listed at $599,000, 1 bedroom, 1 bath at the Breakers, and again a nice property. It appears to be in really good shape. I've got to say I haven't actually seen it myself, but I think that price wise it's perfect, and it should be fairly easy to show. Have you showed that, Roy?
I have not, no.
Okay.
But it should be fairly easy to show, and it's a great price.
Yeah, I'll say it is.
Yeah.
And I think, again, for somebody trying to get away from paying rent, if you can come up with a down payment, and right now it does seem to me that interest rates are settling down a little bit, and it is easier to work with a lender.
Oh, much easier.
Caldwell Banker has a lending office, and they are doing a really great job with first-time home buyers, you know, people that don't have a ton of money down. I think they really are working hard on it. Who would you talk to there, Roy, from Caldwell?
To Dave Brown.
Dave Brown? Okay.
Yeah. It's Makai Mortgage.
Yeah. So another perfect way to start to get into the market.
Right. Here's a great listing. It's a Masters, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths at the Masters. Unit number is 1707. Had been listed at $1,760,000. Price was just adjusted to $1,570,000. $1,570,000, which is a great price at the Masters. Masters does not allow vacation renters, so if you're interested in vacation renting, the Masters is not for you. It's primarily owner-occupants, and which makes for a great community. Very adhesive and cohesive.
I agree. The Masters is a great community.
Yeah.
And it's easy to walk down to the beach. It's a great property, spectacular.
Yeah, and its interior square footage is 1,269 square feet. Well laid out. It's a great floor plan, and price just adjusted to $1,570,000, which is really a great price for today's market.
Another newer listing that we have is at the Ritz-Carlton, unit number 1626. It's listed at $8.9 million. It's on the very front, top floor, so it is the penthouse.
It's the only penthouse at the Ritz-Carlton.
So it takes up the whole, in effect, that whole front section.
Yep, top floor.
It's 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and it really is one spectacular home away from home.
Just one of a kind. It's the Ritz-Carlton will rent it for you when you're not on island, which will help cover expenses and so forth. It's a great opportunity.
It is, and we do have rental history available, don't we, Roy?
Yes.
And I think that by itself helps when you take a look at it. Nobody has enough time to be able to stay in a vacation home unless you're actually in the middle of moving here. I think it does help to have some sort of a setup like this where they take care of everything.
Yeah, the Ritz-Carlton will allow you to stay up to 60 days out of a year, so in your own apartment, and you can rent it the rest of the time.
Right. And I do know that they are pretty helpful if, let's say, something's come up in your life that you want to be back in the unit for a couple of weeks or something. You'd have to check in with management on it. But I think that they are pretty flexible as long as they haven't rented it, way in advance.
Right, yeah. Just don't show up at the front desk and say, I want in.
But so many people, I think, are right now doing that. They can, they want to have something, but they don't need to be here more than X number of days.
Right.
And it gives them one of the finest properties in the world.
5-star Ritz-Carlton, Kapalua, top floor.
And great food.
Right.
Great food. Fabulous restaurants.
Yeah.
We live close by and love it. It's really nice.
We've got another Ritz-Carlton unit, ground floor. This is a 2-bedroom, 2 baths. The other 1626 is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 baths. It's about 2,500 square feet. 112628 that we've got listed for $3,250,000 is a ground floor, and it's got possibilities of a lock-off, so you could rent one side as a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, and the other side as a hotel room. And great flexibility on that.
Yeah, I think it is
a great
spectacular.
price, $3,250,000.
Well, we have just had, believe it or not, the 2-minute warning, coming down now to the 1-minute warning. But it really is, it's been a great show. And I think that getting started with Hale Makua was important to us. And I think it's important to the community that we get that kicked off.
Absolutely. halemakua.org. And for real estate information, look at our website, sakamotoproperties.com, or call Roy, 808-870-7060, Betty, 808-870-7062.
Or sakamotoproperties.com, and you will get to us. But you can check out every listing that's available in Maui, every property that has been on the market for a while or has just come on the market, you'll be able to get them. And I think it's really worth, if you have any thoughts at all about looking at properties, buying a property, I think it's time right now. And we have Danny Couch back.
It's time
Hooray,
for Danny Couch.
Danny. Aloha.
Aloha.
Special magic feeling flows through the air. I feel the happiness and love everywhere. I love Hawaii. I love Hawaii. And when I come back to